Okay, so, hey you guys. Welcome back to my channel. I know this is an unusual video for this type of channel, but I figured with all the controversy, sorry I keep holding my burrito, but I have nowhere to put it because it doesn't fit into this thing or whatever. I figured with all the controversy surrounding Stephanie So, is that her name? And Nikocado, Avocado, and Veronica Wang, I figured why not let me voice some opinions here, and just eat because I'm starving, one. And two, there's just a lot going on. And I'm hungry and I want to talk about it. Because I have nothing better to do. Here's cheese sauce and extra sour cream. I got Fiesta potatoes, a Nacho Bel Grande with no beans, a beefy nacho loaded griller with sour cream on the inside, and 2 of the Supreme Doritos Locos Tacos. That was a mouthful. So basically, I'm recovering from New Year's right now. And I didn't really feel like getting cute. I already knew I wanted to film a video today. I just didn't know what kind. And it was going to be a beauty video. But I didn't feel like getting cute because I got cute all New Year's. So I was like, I really don't feel like doing that. What else can I do, you know? So I decided to film one of my favorite videos, which is a mukbang. So we're just gonna talk and eat, and hopefully y'all have a snack with you that y'all can eat with me. Here's some Fiesta potatoes. I'm so hungry, y'all. Okay. Let's discuss. Basically, if y'all aren't aware of the Nikocado, Avocado, Stephanie So video, y'all can go watch them. I know Carly made a video. And Veronica did like an Instagram live response and stuff like that. So everything's on YouTube. Y'all can go find them all. That's what I did. I actually saw them while I was on my cabin trip for New Year's. I saw everybody. I was going through all the comments. Oh my God. But I watched Stephanie So. I really like her crime mukbangs where she talks about like the Chris Watts one and just different ones or whatever. I really like her videos and I really like her personality. But I will say out of all the mukbangers I've watched or do watch, Nikocado Avocado has been one of the ones that he's one of the ones that I first started watching. No, Kimmy I think is what her name is. Kimmy something is one of the very first ones I ever really watched. But then I found Nick from watching mukbangs. And then he became my favorite mukbanger to watch. And not just because of the way he eats, but he does fill us in on his life a lot, you know? And I like the mukbangs where they're talking to you. And it feels kind of like you're just eating with them. Those are like one of my favorites. I don't like the ASMR ones. I'm not really into that. Other than Zach Choi. Zach Choi's ASMR ones are like top notch. And those are the only ASMR ones that I can really... He's like the only ASMR one that I can really sit through. Other than that, I like the talking ones. So, I also don't really like noodle ones. There's a hair in here. So... If y'all aren't following the tea, Nikocado Avocado is being tore to shreds, let's just be honest. tore to shreds because Stephanie So did a video about him. Basically saying he made her feel uncomfortable, hurt her feelings, made her talk about Veronica Wang when she clearly said she didn't want to. You know, just all the stuff that is going on. And that he was like taking pictures of her house, being really creepy about her security system. And if you haven't kept up with it, basically Stephanie So had an issue with this because she has had a past trauma in her home. So her safety of her house is like her top priority, I'm guessing. It makes her feel, you know, it's your home. You don't want to feel uncomfortable wherever you're at. And I think he just made her feel uncomfortable in her own home, which is what made her really triggered and stuff like that. And Nikocado waited a few days to respond. He actually responded to her when I went on my trip. So I literally left the group to watch his video. And what do I think about it? I think it was phooey. I like Nick and his videos, but I think the best way for him to have handled the situation was to use his own logic and just apologize. Because if y'all don't know, Nick is pretty popular with the whole exposing videos thing. You know, people have tried to come for him before, and for his friends, Be-Love and, you know, whatever, with Eat With Quay and all that stuff. They've tried to come for him before, and he's done a really good job about, like, shutting people down. People at one point were even saying, like, he is an exposing video place. Like, people come to watch him expose other mukbangers and give us the tea and stuff. That's what everybody was saying for a while there, that he's really good at giving us the tea and exposing people, whatever. And before in the past, he's done a really good job of that. Let's just be honest, you guys. Let's be honest. We're going to give credit where it's due. He did do that really well. But with this in particular situation, I think he went about it the completely wrong way. I think that a lot of what Stephanie So had to say was truthful. And she made a second video, actually. And basically responded to his first video. And not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely truthful and honest here. When I first watched his video, after I watched her video, some of the stuff he was saying, he was so convincing about, I really did believe him. And I kind of was just like, wow, maybe I didn't see every perspective, whatever. So I was like, his story's adding up too, you know? But then I watched her response to his second video, which was her second video. And she crushed all his thing that he had going for him. She crushed, like, the, all the things he was saying that, happened with her, and how she was trying to make him look bad in the videos by not looking back at him, even though they agreed. She squashed all of that. I was like, Stephanie didn't come to play. So, my opinion is that he should have freaking ran with it while he could have. Let's try this taco. Basically, I wish he would have just apologized. Because in his other exposing videos, he always says when someone does a reply to a situation like this, no one apologizes. No one realizes their faults. Nobody realizes their faults. They just try to brush over it and they say, but this, but that. Which I feel like he did a lot of in his videos. You know what I mean? This past time when he was replying to her. So I'm just like, I feel like he's, you know, doing the same thing he always preaches not to do. Another thing that really kept pissing me off was that he kept saying, I'm sorry, but, or he was like, no, I have to think about what exactly he said. Basically, he was like, I did not make her feel this way. I am a gay man. I did not do anything like this. I feel like you can't tell somebody unless you're in their head, which is impossible, how you made them feel. He doesn't know, you know? Obviously, he made her feel pretty shitty if she was crying on the couch to her fiance, you know? And he can't say different. Everybody has different experiences and mindsets and thought processes to stuff, and who's to say you didn't make her feel shitty, you know? I feel like it's shitty of him to assume that just because he wouldn't care about a situation like that, that she wouldn't, you know? No. Another thing that kind of was just like, to me, was the fact that Nick put in all this commentary and all these texts and all this info in about what Zach Choi had to say, Carly Steele, all these people. In a way, I kind of feel like he threw them under the bus. Because, look, you can prove a point, or not even prove a point, but you can tell your side of the story without involving all these other people, you know? Which actually, I don't think they mind being involved, because this drama is probably bringing a lot of views and clicks and stuff to their channels. So I don't think anyone minds, really. I mean, I could be wrong. They could be getting a lot of hate, but hey, they're still getting paid because people are clicking on their videos that are monetized and stuff, you know? Sorry, it's so good. But, so I don't think people really mind. They probably don't like hate a lot, but they probably don't mind. I really need to eat this burrito, but let me finish my other taco first. Basically, he could have just made his point without involving Carly's voice memos. He could have just, this is what me and my sister were saying. He could have played the voice memos just of what he said and not have played Carly's and heard her like talking crap about the situation that she didn't know anything about, you know? But he chose to play her side to try to show that he's not the only one who thinks this way of her, you know what I mean? Same with his text with Zach Choi about Stephanie. He could have just showed what he was saying and left the rest out, but he chose to show that the bad things, or not the bad things, but the things that Zach Choi was agreeing with him on. He chose to put that in because he wanted to show people that he's not the only person who thinks this way of her, you know? He wanted to discredit her. But you can't discredit someone who thinks they're telling the truth, you know? In her mind, this all happened. This is real for her, you know? And she came with the receipts. You know? Stephanie was showing screenshots and stuff like that of people who were, she actually messaged Zach Choi, and Zach apologized to her, you know, for saying that she was trying to monopolize, or was that the word they used? Yeah. On the situation and kind of gain money from it and clout. He apologized for saying that. and explained his reasoning behind saying that, and saying that he didn't agree with the, because Stephanie So wanted to make a documentary style video about Veronica Wang and all that stuff. So like a Shane Dawson type thing. But I will say this, she definitely doesn't need to do that. You eat, stick to eating. You know what I mean? That's what you're good at. That's what people come to watch you do. And I feel like nobody would really watch that. But Zach Troy actually said, when she messaged him and he was apologizing, he said, I didn't think that video was a good idea, blah, 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 you know, and they got over it. So that was one of her points, saying that, like, we're good, there's no beef between us, whatever. And what do I think needs to happen now is, Nick needs to just stop trying to put his feelings in it and blah, 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 and put himself in her shoes. And realize that he can't say she didn't feel a certain way just because he wouldn't have felt the same way in the situation. Because she still has a brain of her own, a mind of her own. She's been through her own past trauma. And whether that has to do with him or not, he made her relive that trauma or, you know, trigger that trauma, whatever the case may be. And he needs to just own up to it, sit down, get some food or his huge teacup, and apologize. And stop trying to compare videos and stop trying to put, you know, all the screenshots up and everything else. Like, we get it. We've probably seen every screenshot there needs to be seen at this point, okay? I can't think of anything else that could come up in a screenshot between conversations that would change the scenario. What I think he needs to just do is apologize. And I feel like Stephanie So would receive it and they could just, you know, move on and eat. You know? I'll tell you what, I never thought there could be so much drama in a community that eats food. It's pretty fun. I've always thought about filming a mukbang, but I'm one of those people that when I eat, I like to watch a movie. Or a good YouTube video or something, a mukbang. But I thought this would be fun, and it is fun, actually. It's kind of like I'm having lunch with someone that knows, because none of my friends watch mukbangs, so they wouldn't get this, but I have a beefy nacho loaded griller, but to be honest with y'all, I'm getting kind of full. So, and I still have a lot of nachos, so I'm going to try to eat some of that, and then I'll try to stuff the, this was $18 worth of food. That's like the most amount of money I've spent at Taco Bell. I should have got a dessert. Lately, I've been loving a dessert. I normally hate dessert, but those little Cinna Twists or something sounded kind of good. But I had already gotten so much stuff that I didn't even think I'd want a dessert afterwards, but I could totally eat something sweet. So in conclusion, I mean, I just hope that they figure their crap out. I hope I hope Nick apologizes to Stephanie sincerely and lets it go, because people aren't going to let it go. YouTube, especially lately, has been ruthless. They cancel everybody quick. So he needs to just apologize. I'm not gonna stop watching him. Let's put that out there, because when I go to bed at night, I play Nikocado Avocado. So, regardless whether I agree with him in this situation or not, I'm not gonna stop watching him, because he makes one of the best mukbangs, some of the best mukbangs I've ever watched. And he eats a lot, so I really like that too. But I'm not going to stop watching him whether he does apologize or not, just because I really like his content. And I'm not involved in it. I don't support bullying. I don't think anyone should. But content is content. Find me another YouTuber who makes similar content to him and talks about the same things and puts himself on blast as much as he does. And, you know, I'll switch over. But till then, I like his content. And I don't, you know, I don't agree with what he's done. I don't think that he should have pushed her into a corner like that. Not like literally pushed, but like made her feel so uncomfortable that she wanted to make a video about it. And all this stuff, but he does make a good mukbang. I will say that. What's y'all's opinion, you know? Do you think that you'll keep watching him? Are you strictly gonna watch Stephanie So? Are y'all going back to Veronica Wang? What? What are y'all doing about this situation? Personally, if I see a good title, I'll still click on it. And I'm gonna watch it. Whether that be Veronica Wang, B-Loves, you know, Kimmy I, Carly Steele. She does mukbangs too sometimes. I'll still watch it because content is content. If it's good, if it's interesting, I want to watch it. But the rest are kind of just like little crumpled up pieces. So I don't know. I feel like this whole video I've been kind of rambling. And there's a lot to the situation, so the parts that I remembered I kind of brought up, but I'm sure I could say more. For the time being, I think I've said enough. So, y'all let me know what you think. And, I am so full. I still have one full burrito left, but I'm just going to wrap it up and eat it a little bit later because I will be hungry again in like an hour. But okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if this was interesting or not. I know I kind of just rambled. I said a lot of different points at a lot of different times. So, but hey, it's my first mukbang. I haven't gotten used to it. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking. So this is how my brain works. My brain just kind of goes to like this place, this place, this place really quick. And that's my fault. So, all right, you guys, I'll see you in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will, oh, and let me know if y'all like this type of video where I just kind of eat and talk. I don't think I could ever do fully mukbangs. I really didn't start YouTube or start my YouTube channel to do fully mukbangs. But if y'all like this type of video, then let me know. And next time there's tea, I'll kind of fill in on it too. I don't think I could do ones where I just kind of tell y'all about my life because my life is boring. But If y'all like this video, like, thumbs up, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time in my next video. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.